So we made it to Charleston, South Carolina, and our first stop on the list is an express carrier.
I have had this cold for a week and a half now. I don't normally go to the doctor for a cold, but it's been ruining my life for long enough and doesn't seem to be getting any better. So we decided to go ahead and see a doctor, see if we can't get something to help. It'll be our first time using our insurance on the road, so fingers crossed everything works as intended. Wish us luck. All finished at the doctor. Verdict?
Cutting it off.
I am probably going to survive. She's called in a ton of medications for me, and we're just headed now to pick them up. So hopefully I start feeling better soon and can start having fun. Also, my insurance worked like a charm, no problems at all. I paid my $50 copay and was in and out in no time. I used Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, and it was no problem being out of state. So happy with that.
So we are in downtown Charleston today.
Yeah, we're checking out, I think it's called the Market District. They've got an open air market and it's right on the waterfront.
Pretty cool waterfront park down here.
Yeah.
Pier we went out, watched the dolphins. It's a pretty cool little area down here.
Yes, it's very pretty, very quaint, very southern.
Very much.
Coastal town, so enjoying it. It's a nice day. Well, today we are doing a plantation tour just outside of Charleston. That's kind of a big thing around here. There are several old plantations that they have preserved and are available sort of as an attraction.
Yep. We chose the Middleton Plantation. When we looked it up, it seemed like this was the best one to do for us. So
yeah.
We're just getting started, walking down the trail here and headed to the gardens.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to choose from in Charleston, but this was something new and different that we had never experienced before. So figured it would be a nice way to spend a couple of hours. Oh, good gun. All right, well, we've spent the past couple of hours meandering through the grounds here at Middleton Place. It's a really beautiful property.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's an old rice plantation, actually, which is kind of interesting. There's a lot of water everywhere. But this property is hundreds of years old. I think they claim to be some of the oldest gardens in America, actually.
It's built somewhere around the 1700s.
Yeah.
Early 1700s.
Yeah, and the gardens are really the centerpiece of this property. So I think it was $29 a person to get in, which...
It's kind of expensive.
Yeah, we don't usually like to spend that much, but...
Typically, we've found anything in Charleston is relatively expensive.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Not a cheap place to visit, for sure.
But
beautiful.
Beautiful, and something that we had never experienced before, so we decided, you know what, let's go ahead and pay it and check out this old plantation. It was actually more money to get in the house, and we were just like, we're not paying it.
And really, the house is relatively small for what you're used to seeing in the movies as plantation homes, you know. And,
right.
But
yeah.
From the outside, it's cool. It's a big brick house, and which is, again, not your stereotypical plantation home. But
my favorite part was the stable yard. I love animals.
It's basically a petting zoo.
It was sort of, yeah. They had a bunch of, gosh, a little bit of everything, really. Most of the animals were super inquisitive and really friendly, so I got my hands dirty petting the animals. Anyways, good time. All right, we're headed out of Charleston today. Charleston was a really cool stop. I have no idea how we've lived all of our lives so close to Charleston and never visited, but
it's very strange.
Big mistake on our part. It's a really cool town, really nice shopping areas, a lot of really nice restaurants. So if money is no object, you could have a really good time there, for sure.
And that is one thing to be said. Charleston is expensive.
It is. You know, so that's kind of a bit of a downer, but the nice thing about Charleston is that we spent most of our days just meandering through the streets downtown, and that's perfectly free.
Yeah, it was great. We spent 2.5 days just walking.
Yeah, it's true. And the homes are beautiful. There's a lot of history there. Very old historic area that they've pumped a lot of money into and made really beautiful. So there are a lot of things to do there that we didn't do. I'm still struggling with this cold. It's getting better, but it's still got me. So between that and the fact that a lot of the things to do we had done already, like we had just a couple of months ago explored a fort, because Fort Sumter is one of the things to do in Charleston. It's actually where the first shots of the Civil War were fired. And we were actually kind of interested in doing it, and getting onto the fort or into the fort is free, but it's on an island, and the ferry to get there was like...
It's $58
for two people. And I don't know, we were just like, we want to do it, but we don't really want to pay like almost $60 to do it. There's also like an aircraft carrier there that you can explore. But we did that in Alabama, so we like to try to find new and different things to do in areas, which is why we chose to do the plantation. We had never done anything like that. And that was a really beautiful area to visit. I can imagine what those plantations look like with those gardens when they're blooming.
Spring, it must be beautiful.
Oh my gosh, I just, it's got to be mind-blowing how beautiful it is when all those flowers are blooming. So anyways, yeah, our time in Charleston is over. Really enjoyed Charleston. Definitely could see coming back here, and if you're anywhere near the area, highly recommend Charleston.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give us a thumbs up.
If you want to keep following along, make sure you subscribe.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.